Make up your mind. What? No. It's a black screen. Oh. What? It's a disgusting sight. Oh, crap. I just avoided that thing like a pro. Like a pro. Crap! I'm gonna try and get rid of Shinji here. Yeah, multi-kill. Eat that. Eat that, yo.
Yeah, we'd like catch, like as kids, we'd catch them and like keep them in like a little fish tank with dirt in and feed them bugs and stuff. Do you not do that over there?
No. Go back to the shadow. No, you will not take me. Oh, are you kidding me? I got out of the way. I totally got out of the way. Wait a minute, I did not create a character in Tonberry. I created a character in Kujata. What the? How did that happen? What the hell? Why is there a merchant right in the middle of this fight? Eat that.
Point blank revenge.
Oh, revenge. So this already. What's this? Oh. Shit, that wasn't even 30 seconds. That was like 10. Hey. Got an achievement. Total kill 1. This is for let's finish him off. Come on, come on, come on. Finish him off. Finish him off. Gotcha. Now what? What am I looking for? I'm looking for. What the heck was that? Rubber banding at its best. This is probably gonna go into like the highlight reel. Greetings ladies and gentlemen, Adrian here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome to the 4th week of leveling here on Rift Prime, and lots to talk about. Let's go ahead and jump in game. First of all, hello to everybody in chat. We got Lord Midichlorian, we have Garalos, good to see you guys. And look, sorry about starting the stream like an hour and a half late, unfortunately. There was a very important football game that I could not miss tonight, and I waited and watched the game before starting the stream. The football club that I support, we're losing our longest serving manager, so I'm just gonna watch the game and show my support. You know, football is a big part of my life. Anyway, here we are on Rift, and before we get into the good stuff, this is the daily rewards calendar, and I have hit the 21st day, which means I get the big daily login reward. This is the mount, the Trove of Mounts box or whatever, and opening that will give you, or you know, gives you a chance to win like a really rare mount, or you can get something really ugly or whatever. Unfortunately, this Trove of Mount box is currently bugged, so if you're playing Rift Prime and you are about to get this either today, tomorrow, or Tuesday, do not claim it because it's bugged, and when you try and open it, apparently it's going to tell you that your inventory is full or nothing happens. So Shrine Worlds are aware of this issue, and they're going to fix it on Wednesday's patch. So sucks to be me because I waited like 21 days to get like a better than usual mount, and now I can't open it for another 3 days, so hey. Anyway, what else we got in chat? I see chat moving. We got Hassanuddin in chat. Hello, Hassanuddin. How you doing, brother? We got Patrick too. Hello, Patrick. And Hassanuddin says, Tabik Pungang Cup. Oh, yes. Tabik Pungang Cup. That's the Scouts, Boy Scouts. That's what the flag behind me is for. I spent many, many years in the Boy Scouts as a, you know, work my way from the bottom, going all the way up to the Scouter rank for my local high school. And I'm kind of attached to that, so I got that flag hanging out. Anyway, my whole rant about, you know, that box of mounts, never mind, because on Friday I jumped into a dungeon, and one of the last boss for that dungeon dropped this mount, and I won it. I rolled on it and I won it. So I'm not too upset about not being able to open that box of mounts, because this is one of the sickest looking mounts I've ever had in any of the MMOs I've played, and I love it. Apparently it's quite rare too. Let me just go to the auction house and check it. Because, you know, when that mount dropped, like this is what I have here. Bottom right, you can see it's called the Dread Obsidian Keyring. And it's in gold in color, which I assume is rarer than purple, which means what? Legendary? I don't know. Ooh, I got an in-game tale here. What do we got? Solvay says, got your stream on in the background. Awesome. Don't keep me from distracting you. Do what you gotta do. And yeah, I'm gonna be talking about mostly what has been keeping me really busy on Prime so far. And that is the leveling from 41 going up to level 50. And I'll get into that shortly. Let me just check on this mount that I got. So let's see. Misc mounts search. The most expensive mount currently on the auction house. It's not even listed. Obsidian Dread Keyring. Nada. So I don't even know what the value of my mount is. I just know that it is gold in color, so it's super rare, and I'm pretty happy about that because I've not seen other people running around in this mount that I am using. So I must be in like the top 5% of people with this mount, so I'm very proud of that. Okay, so let's talk about leveling and XP. Over the past 3 weeks, I mean, between levels 0 going all the way up to like level maybe 38, 39, I think I was doing it pretty right, which is basically following all the quest hub crawls, moving through the various different zones that Rift has. As a Guardian, and look, these are the only two. Silverwood and Free March are like kind of the faction specific zones. So if I were to go to Free March now as a Guardian, there's not going to be quests for me over there to pick up, so no point in me doing that. But everywhere else, both the factions can converge and do the different quests that their faction NPCs will offer them somewhere in the map, different parts or whatever it may be. And I've been following that, you know, pretty naturally. And then I think based on the vlog that I put out last week, one of the issues I had was I noticed that whenever I hit a new zone, I'm always about a level or 2 levels behind the landscape mob. So that got me thinking, what am I missing? Am I missing a huge chunk of quests in each zone, or am I doing it wrong? So I did a lot of research, talked to the guild that I'm in, and I'm currently in a guild called Reverence Oceanic, which is a huge plus because this is a really active Oceanic guild and just what I needed. Some of the MMOs I play, let's just say, you know, no Oceanic servers, no guilds in my time zone, so it's nice to find a bunch of people in my time zone, and you know, when it's prime time for me, they're really active. So it's been absolutely great that I can have a community online in my time where I can just ask questions and stuff. So I reached out, and apparently I haven't really been doing it the vanilla Rift way, which is that between levels 41 onwards to level 50, you have to take into consideration all the other activities that the game has, and you really want to do them to get the most XP, to make sure that you are in fact leveling in tandem, I suppose, with the mobs in that particular zone or whatever. So let's say between 41 to 43, if I'm at a level 40 zone, I'll want to jump into as many dungeons as I can. I want to do PvP as well, because those two things on its own does give you XP. So for example, if I'm going to queue here, it's going to tell me I'm going to get XP and coin based on my difficulty. And then for PvP, the same thing. Just clicking on some of these will tell you exactly how much XP you'll get for winning. So if you do a random Warfront, that's going to give you 24,000 XP, which at my level is really, really helpful. Because I am currently, for me to hit level 43, the 686,000 XP, I'm only at 434, so well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it gets really slow from 40 onwards, and you definitely want to mix in everything that the game has to offer you. PvP, dungeons, and try not to miss any quests, which is why I have this add-on out here. Top left of my screen, there's this little quest icon. I think the add-on is called Completionist, and this thing has been really helpful for me. Just clicking that, very easy to set up. If you don't know how to, you know, install add-ons or plugins for Rift or whatever, you can look that up online, or you can message me. I can tell you how to do it. But just basically extracting the download into your add-ons folder. And this completionist add-on is great because it'll tell you all the quests in the zones that you have not completed. And some of them have the waypoint set there, so if you feel like, maybe I haven't done a bunch of quests in a particular zone, then you go back there and you look at this add-on, it'll tell you what exactly you're missing. So I have been doing this for the past day and a half, maybe, just trying to tie up some loose ends, see where I've not done questing. And there's a lot of stuff like that, like Scarlet Gorge, for example. One of the most missed quests for me in my scenario is these things called Carnage. Now, if you've been following my stream or if you've been playing Rift Prime, Carnage are the auto-bestow kill quests. So if you see a creature out in the world that has like a red bullet drop beside his name, it means it's going to offer you a Carnage quest. Kill one and then a quest might pop up. Okay, kill 15 more, 8 more, that kind of thing. Just basic kill quests. I have not done a lot of those in the zones that I've already blew past. And the thing about, going back and doing them is that you will scale down because of Rift's mentoring system, which I've already talked about in the past week's vlog. So you're going to get a decent amount of XP that you would earn on your level. So that's what I've been doing. All the way up till before the football game tonight, so I think I am ready to go back into the Droughlands. But tonight I'm gonna do a bunch of things. If there is an event, we'll go get some of that. If there's a pop for PvP or dungeons, we'll go do some of that. Holy shit, that was a fast pop. I guess we'll drink PvP. Okay, in the meantime, let's check it in chat. I did see the whisper there. Hang on. Hang on. Alright, Solvay also says, do lots of rips for XP and Planarite to buy gear as well. That's another great tip. Once you get to your 40s and you're waiting on hitting 50s, all those vendors will be super helpful because they're going to sell you all the gear that you need, from equipment to your, those essence things. I forgot what they're called. And those cost Planarite. And if you do plan to buy like a more effective soul, maybe, like I've got the Rune Shaper for the Cleric. That's one of my most expensive souls yet to come. That's going to cost me 50,000 Planarite. I have 10,000 right now. And I'm a long way off. So yeah, doing rifts and grinding events and rifts will be super awesome as well. What map is this? Whitefall Steps. Okay, so this PvP Warfront is all about getting the crystal that spawns in the middle of the map and bringing it back to your base. And the team that holds 3 will win the match. So there's a lot of back and forth, lots of camping the middle, and there's going to be some sabotage play as well, which means people are going to have to go steal these stones. Ooh, okay, what do we got here? Okay, somebody's picking that up. My team's not pushing for some reason. There is a healer in the back there, which I do see. I'm going to go focus on that. I'm just using my Defiler build, putting lots of dots on the enemy, because that's what this soul is all about. So it's primarily damage over time. I'm just causing her to heal herself so she can't focus on anybody else. And do we have? No, somebody took the flag. Shit. And I was standing right beside them too. But we're still focusing on the healer. We do not have like a game plan or strategy. But I guarantee you, doing this with your pre-made guild groups or whatever is going to be really easier than doing, PvP fights in Pogs. Like right now, I'm just hitting and hoping, and if I do win a match, that's worth 26 or something thousand experience points, which is why I sometimes try my luck. We're just following that guy into his base. But he's got a pocket healer, so... Any heals on our side? No heals. So I'm gonna go to my healing build real quick. I do have one. I bought another soul. And I can't remember what it was called. It's a mix between a warden and something else. So I'll go heals now. Let's see how that works out. What a way to start the stream. PvP. I've got my coffee here. PvP's gonna wake me up real good. Because what I find, like, usually when I'm playing my Defiler out in the landscape, it uses and utilizes a lot of dots and rotations and knowing what to hit, what not to hit in a certain order or whatever. And if you've just woken up or whatever, that is a incredible thing to remember. Okay, here we go. Let's just spam some heals and shit. Keep my main DPS guy alive. Come on, chase him. Everybody. I'm kind of flagged for DPS right now, but I think we just need to stay alive and try and get them. It's too bad that this bubble build is... I have to be stationary to cast them. Am I out of range? I'm so out of range. Well, not a whole lot I can do. And with the cleric, I get the feeling that, you know, compared to other classes like the mage and stuff, you know, it's a jack of all trades, master of nothing kind of thing. Like, I know cleric tanks are still sought after or whatever. So they're probably going to defend this, while I am just going to steal it since nobody gives a shit about me.
Sabotage.
So that's me stealing one back. And all I want to do is just try and stay alive. And keep myself alive. Do heals and everything. I mean, I have the flag now. But obviously I can't heal myself when there's like 4 people just kicking my ass. But that's basically what this map is all about. Grab the middle flag, try and bring it back to your base, or if all hell breaks loose, you just try and be the guy to go there and sabotage stuff. So I can see like classes like rogues or whatever having a really big impact on, you know, stealing those flags back or whatever. Check in chat meantime. We've got Michael Ram in chat. Michael, long time no see, man. I have seen your comments on YouTube. I just haven't gotten around to replying all the comments on YouTube. I will get to it eventually, but good to see you, man. He says, good morning, Adrian. Downloading Rift now. Awesome. The live version or... Oh, Zolfig. Awesome, buddy. Awesome. He's stolen one flag here. I'm just gonna make sure he's okay. So we're even Stevens if we do manage to get this back to the base. Anybody chasing? Nobody chasing. But anytime now, there's going to be the 3rd flag coming out in the middle of the map. We got Wigga in chat. Good morning, Wigga. How's it going? I'm getting like notifications for killing players that I probably just a team thing, but I do have like a daily quest or whatever that apparently is all about killing 1,000 players. Come on, put it in. Put it in. Okay, that's 1-1. That's what it says. Now, anytime, I guess, they could have one player come to our base and take it back. I see there's one person that's just in the rest there. Anytime now. You want to look at the sides too. Make sure you don't see like a red player running by. That means they're going to steal our flag. And, ooh. Hang in there, we got you. Heals incoming. Okay, so there's 2 healers. There's 4 of them on the other side. So let's make a nuisance of ourselves. Ooh, that's a cool skill. Whatever that skill was. Ward of Scorching. So you want pocket heals? We got pocket heals too. Got skill forwarding as well, just in case. Can I do some DPS like the Flame Lance? Yeah, I can do some DPS. I mean, it's not great, but... I'm not sure what's going on in their base. Like, why are we on our side of the... Why are we across the river? Like, what's going on? I mean, I don't mind fighting this guy, but... No. We have got... something appearing. Come on, guys. It's appearing. It's appearing. I'm gonna try and harass that guy. Make sure he doesn't get it. He's picking it up. He's picking it up. He's got it. He's got it. Being in a full healing spec, I can't do no damage. So that's the one negative I have. Oh shit, did they pick up our relic? Yeah, somebody stole our relic. Gosh. Ooh, we got Rico in chat. What up, Rico? He says, was gonna watch a SWTOR streamer, then his launcher got cocked up because of a bug. It was buggy since 2011. Guess I'll pop by this one. SWTOR might be more interesting than whatever I have to show you. I mean, this is just me trying to get as much XP as possible. Top right says I'm 63% away from hitting level 50. How am I dying? Why am I dying? What's going on? Latent Blaze, I have no idea what this skill does, but it's a long spawn. Well, they have one of our flags in transit. And if we can just intercept them, I'm gonna go back to my... Why am I even doing that? I've got roll change on my hotbar reel, which is... Oh, look, we got 3 people in our raid just went link dead. How convenient. Yeah, now we definitely don't have the numbers to take back our flags. But then again, crashes happen a lot. I've been crashing too. Oh. Well, they've got all 3 flags, so unfortunately, this is not a win. But they did have the advantage, I suppose, of being more organized than we are. But overall, I started... Look, I actually wrote down how much XP I had before I jumped into this. I had 400,000. Okay, so you get about 8 to 10,000 even if you lose a PvP match, which is, I guess, pretty decent. But it's not going to be a big thing, so... Juggle them. Queue for dungeons, queue for PvP, go do rifts, and then just try and quest on landscape, do all your carnages, and you should hit level 50 at a reasonable rate, or else it's going to be a very long slog. So, let's do that again. I'm going to queue again, and then we'll head back to the Dreadlands, or whatever it is it's called, and we'll do some questing there. But yeah, everybody that's just joined the stream, say hello to my new mount. I haven't found a name for this one yet, but this is one of the rarest mounts in the game that dropped in a final boss of a dungeon, and I rolled on it and won it, so I'm really proud of this mount. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. We shall go to Droughlands. Here's where I've been questing. It's between 36 and 44, and throughout my entire time to Droughlands, I've always been about 1 to 2 levels behind, so let's see where I'm questing at, if things actually get better. Or am I still going to be chasing the pack? But hopefully we can do it dungeon now, because dungeons, this is a really good time to show you the diversity in terms of class builds and everything. I've bought 4 soul slots, so I've got an AoE spec now. I have a healing spec, which you guys just saw, which I'm terribly useless at, unfortunately. Not enough practice as a healer. And then I've got the Defiler dot spec, which is what I'm on. Okay, let me just clear my quest log real quick. It is a mess because I've been doing lots of daily... Oh yeah, daily quests too, I forgot. Almost every zone that you go to and complete, you're going to run across daily quests. They could be in the form of, you know, every zone is going to have that close 2 rifts on the landscape quest. In addition to kill maybe 16 to 18 rift creatures or creatures from the plains or whatever it is that it's called. And those give you, again, comparable XP. It'll scale to your level, kind of. Anyone for PvP light farm? Somebody's asking, chat. Oh, great. Here we go. Another PvP pop, which is fantastic, honestly. Black Garden is... I'm starting to like Black Garden. It's growing on me because it's usually short and it's really simple. All you're doing is just killing people with relics or... you know, defending a person with relic or whatever. So, and it is the weekend, so there's, unlike dungeons where there's a bunch that you need to do, and then, you know, the different roles that you queue as will have an impact on how quick you pop in. If you queue as a tank or a heal or even support, you will get into it faster, but if you queue as a DPS, then, you know, it may take longer. And I'm only gonna queue for DPS at this point as a cleric, even though I know towards the end game, clerics aren't really the best DPSers when it comes to dungeon, or, you know, even for later on. Once you get to 50, normal dungeons will be a thing of the past, and expert dungeons will be the new thing before you move on to the 10-man raids, and then eventually the 20-man raids that's going to be coming out. as a cleric, I think most people, like I've looked at the forums for live and prime and spoken to people, things like cleric tanking and maybe cleric off healing are very popular, but nobody talks about cleric DPS. Unless you're a really geared and good rune shaper, then yeah, you're gonna make a huge difference. Since I don't have the rune shaper soul, all I'm doing is being a defiler, and I'm a very bad one at that. So I'm kind of at you know, just queue for a DPS. Who cares if I'm average? I just want to get it done, you know, that kind of thing. Alright then, it looks like we do have a healer. I see somebody there. Who's gonna push first? Well, we do have a first person pushing. Cleansing orb active, whatever that means. Being shot at by everything. There's like a pet tiger too. But as soon as that relic comes out... Where are these guys going? Hey! What? Okay, maybe it's just me, but I don't actually understand what's going on here. My team kind of left me to die. Maybe I'm with a group of pre-mates. And they're all in Discord, and I'm like I'm like the pugger, the guy who just jump in. It's like, oh, let him go do his own thing. We'll go around the back and ambush them, which is exactly what they did. Look, they went behind and ambushed them from the left side, and I'm the guy. I was the bait. I see that now. Okay. It's actually a different objective too. I see it now. Stockpile, which means take orbs for cleansing points. I see. So it's no longer rune, it's orbs. Copy that. So that was my bad. This Bivosh guy really likes me. Probably because he knows I'm squishy. I'm stunned, but I do have a breakout skill, I think. Do I? No. But I do have my own kind of heal thing. I'm getting hit, but I can hit back hard too because of my dots. Look at him dot up. Look at him dot up. Can I get you first? I got you. But I am gonna go real soon. Dots rock. Alright, checking in chat real quick. Lord Midichlorian says Shadow Cotton, or my mount is cooler rated Gandalf. Was that it? That's the full name? Holy cow, that's a long name for a mount. We got Thurston Cloud in chat. Hello, guy. Hello, Thurston. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I am streaming kind of late today. Football got in the way. Should I go out and try and grab an orb? Because they're all spawning in the middle, and I don't know where these guys are going. Oh, they're gonna bring the orb back there. That makes sense. Okay, so I am just the guy who is unfortunately bringing my team down because I don't know the mechanics of the Black Garden, which is a real shame. But, again, stack my dots, say my prayers, and I should bring this person down. There is no way my dots won't kill you now. I got ya. Okay, orbs, and let's go. Hey, that's mine. Okay, I'll pick this one up then. Well, that sucks. I want to, you know, fighting would be cool in the middle, but now it's just like, you know, Farmville. You go out and farm stuff, and you bring it back to your little farm up there. Which, cleansing orb inactive. How do I know what orb I've picked up? I've got the corrupted orb. Okay, got it. So there's gonna be different types of orbs, and then if they go on, you know, inactive, then it doesn't mean anything. Oh, there you go. So you put an orb in, it's gonna take 10 points. So I am 50 points behind. That's how much I have not contributed. I feel like a jackass. Stop harassing my guy with the orb. I will hound you. I will hound you. With dots that you can't heal. Well, he's dead. Wow, you really wanted my guy with the orbs. Where are you gonna run? Where you gotta run? Is that another cleric? Cleansing orbs active. What? Tainted orb. Okay, no, tainted orb. I need tainted orb. I need. Wait, what got active? Cleansing orbs active. What does a cleansing orb look like? And I'm dying. Probably because of the type of orb that I have. Let me just go turn this orb in. I mean, hell, it's 10 points anyway. Can't turn in there, so it's up there. How do I get up there? Well, I'm just gonna follow this guy. Shit. The Black Garden was better when it was just a rune. When you mess with orbs, this becomes stupid. Because nobody's fighting. It just becomes a game of it just becomes a game of this, you know, just sabotaging people. I mean, they, obviously now that they have the advantage, all they're gonna do is just hound us, but... I should've known. Yeah. Not a big fan of this version of the Black Garden. Meantime, checking in getting chats. We've got Certain Doom. Hello, Certain Doom. He says the new guy is always the bait. Pretty accurate, I'd say. We got Ron Stewart in chat. Hello, Ron Stewart. It says, thinking of getting back into Rift now. How's the population in game? If you're talking about a Prime server, I will tell you that the Prime server is really populated. Very, very populated. Most of the guilds, like my guild on Prime Time for me, Oceanic Prime Time, because I'm in an Oceanic guild, I get 58 players in my guild. Other guilds have over 200 members and AEU. Definitely more populated at this point than the live servers, I have to say, because I've been on both now, and yeah, we're definitely, Prime is definitely more populated than the live servers, so I'd say population's pretty good at the moment. So I'm not gonna bother with picking up stupid orbs. I'm just gonna kill people, because why the hell not? Oh, I just ran into their base. Well, I don't care. I'm gonna try and get you anyway, because I know I can. Oh, that's another Defiler. But I should be able to look. I'm tabbing here now. You're gonna die, you're gonna die. Yeah. You ain't getting away from that real quick. My objective as a Defiler is to build Greed and Rage. This little panel down here, my little buff bars, that's the indicator to tell you if I hit number 5, if I hit 5 Greed, if I hit 5 Rage, execute, execute. Boom, boom. That's gonna hit the hardest. And, we're still playing the orb game, so, well...
Denial.
Guardians have denied their foes? What does that even mean? Probably kill somebody with an orb. Oh shit, and Rift doesn't have like a great jumping system, but you can find like little exploits, I mean not exploits, but if there's a will, there's a way to climb over mountainsides and everything, to take shortcuts. Okay, let's see. 5 Greed, execute. 4 Rage. 5 Rage, execute. Dead. They need 20 points to win. There's no point now. Certain Doom says, team could kill people in the center, preventing them from picking up the orb. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind next time. That was 9,000 XP right there. It just popped up. So, whatever you do, even if you're losing, I still appreciate the fact that I can, you know, make some XP out of this. Alright, 2 PvP in a row, both losses. Not great. Unfortunately. So let's queue for a dungeon. So just real quick, just my PvP stats. My losses has overtaken my wins, unfortunately. That's sad. But I do have a lot of favor. I'm up to like 11,000 favor now, according to my in-game currency thingy. So that's decent. And at same thing like Planet Rights, you know, that it's gonna give you an option. If you do more landscape events, you rack up your Planet Rights, you can use those currency to buy your gear. Or if you're a hardcore PvPer, excuse me, and all you want to do is PvP and you prefer that playstyle, then your PvP currency can be used to get some gear as well. Although I don't think that, you know, it's going to have a lot of options as compared to what you can buy with Planet Right and other, you know, currencies. So, is that going to change in the future? I don't know. I see somebody here running by. I don't think they're coming for this rift. but I've already done my Rift Daily in this zone, so there's no point in me doing it again. Now I'm going to queue for a dungeon, and here's something I've not shown on stream yet. So what I usually do is just, you know, join a random classic dungeon or whatever, and then if I'm at 50, I can have the option to join an expert dungeon. Some days when the queue is pretty slow and there's nothing popping for my level, or if I choose to go a specific dungeon at my level, which would be the Fall of Lantern Hook, and it's not popping, then what I can do is I can actually go and queue as a mentor, which means I'm going to be going back into those early dungeons, you know, the Iron Tomb, the Fey Fairyland. It's not called the Fey Fairyland. The Realm of the Fey, with the fairies, the dungeon for Guardians. I'll go back and do those stuff. The mentoring system is going to scale me down, so I'm still going to get XP stuff and good stuff from that. So let's go and queue as a mentor, because I'm hoping now that there's a lot of new players starting to level in game, so me being able to queue down is actually going to help, even if I queue as a DPS. And now I'm able to clear up my quest log. Let's see, hide. But there's been a lot of very interesting discussions, you know, in the forums and everything that I've been following, especially about classes and balance, like over the past week, and I didn't really bring this up on the vlog. Rift has been going through a lot of these, I would say, MMO issues in terms of class balance, damage balance, healing balance, you know, and some of the decisions that they may make could be based on PvP, which could affect the PvE. I mean, having been on when these things were happening, I would say it has happened for the Warrior, for example. The Warriors got a nerf recently, but you know, they've been pretty powerful, but it's a really subjective thing, and balancing classes is one of the hardest things to do in any MMORPG. And I would say a large majority of MMOs out there are all about balancing. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that and see how they handle this. But in the meantime, the Drought-Lands, huh? This is a very deserty area. I've liked the story here. Wait, okay, so this is where I picked my story up from. And when I first started Rift, or when I first started, you know, leveling in Rift Prime, one of the things I always thought was, like, all these zones, they were going to be split into faction type zones. So I've played Wildstar, for example, where you know, the Exiles had a bunch of zones for them, and what's the other one other than Exiles? I forgot. But the other faction had their own set of zones, and then there's going to be the middle zones where both can, you know, converge. Rift's only in Rift you only have 2 zones for faction starters, and then it all converges. And like this zone, for example, I came in here expecting like a Guardian only specific story, but the Defiants have their own thing as well. And some of these NPCs here, they're not from a story perspective, they're not tied to Guardian, or they're not tied to the Defiant. They are kind of neutral. So you, being an Ascended, you just go in there and help the various different people and new factions and everything. And I kind of like that, I suppose. So it's something different for me in terms of how I approach zone questing anyway. Checking in on chat. Certain Doom says, used to level my characters almost entirely in PvP, kind of lost outside of the battlegrounds. He also says balance issues means PvP is happening. It's definitely happening, especially on Prime. Pops almost all times of the day, or at least part of my quest now, but I do need to get in the middle there. So let's just go ahead and kill stuff while I wait for the dungeon to queue. But yeah, I definitely see that, man. PvP, I mean, there's going to be people who are always going to complain, oh, my class is not powerful enough, oh, you know, I'm not healing enough and all that. I mean, I've seen that. I've been on the receiving end of the Warriors buff and nerf at the same time. Not as me playing a Warrior, but me getting my ass kicked by Warriors in PvP. So I definitely can see the difference. Even for Clerics, you know, they had to nerf the Cleric Defiler Soul, the one that I'm currently using, because apparently it was too bloody OP in PvP. So, but even though it is nerf, I still find it enjoyable. I've got a problem with my mouse. Mouse isn't really responding. Here, let me go wireless for a moment. See if that's better. Yeah, that seems better. Okay, let's clear the Athian Monument. Ethians are what they call the defiant side human beings. For Guardian side, you know, we're called Methosians. Holy shit, yo! Yo, yo, yo! I was not expecting. Oh well, AoE. Yeah! Oh, I am taking damage. Time to bring out my little totem. Whoever this is was nice enough to come by and help me, which is really kind of him. But I was not expecting like all those mobs at once. So I owe him a thank you. Oh, it's still not done yet. Okay, great. So in a dungeon scenario, what I would do in this build is I would individually use my tab or use my nearest hotkey and you know, put dots individually on all of them. But sometimes, you know, when there's just too much, or you know when there's like mobs that easily die, this is one skill that you can spam, and it's a very handy skill. It's called Corrupted Field for Defilers, and you only get it at like the highest point in your soul tree, and I only use it for that. And the cool thing is, you know, there's no cooldown on it. Okay, let's see. 20 more Anchor's mobs. Anchor's mobs are basically dead Ethians that have been brought back by like a type of curse, and that's why they're like undead now. And that's for most part some of the zone story that's happening here in the Droughtlands. But you know, throughout questing and leveling in Rift so far, all the zones has introduced me to interesting things like new creatures, centaurs for example, which, you know, going by timeline, the first time I saw centaurs in, you know, MMORPG centric games was probably Guild Wars 2. But Rift is obviously an earlier game compared to Guild Wars 2, so it's interesting to see, you know, centaurs and all the different types of creatures and monsters that Rift, you know, ideated and brought to life. I would say the same thing if I was playing the live versions, that I'm not, so Prime it is. I'm not gonna lie, I've been having a blast on Prime. The leveling really threw me off guard though, you know, because in other MMOs I've been so spoiled by it, right? Level, quest, all the XP in the world. You don't even have to do dungeons. You can do dungeons for the sake of, okay, I've done a dungeon, and then move on, you know, because the XP wouldn't matter. Here in Rift, it's like, oh shit, people run dungeons because they're great XP, great for the leveling gear, good money, and just the experience of learning the fights, because some of the mechanics in the dungeons so far are pretty brutal and unforgiving if you're a new player. Like I have done more research, you know, checking out Rift Prime dungeons than I have maybe World of Warcraft when I was leveling it. But WoW does have this really great thing, you know, where you can check in game itself. There's a panel to look at the different dungeons and read up on the boss fights, know what the mechanics are in game, so you don't have to like open a browser or anything. No such stuff for Rift, so I have to go in and look at that research and ask people. But the community has been really good. I mean, when you pug, there's obviously going to be people on the third wipe, maybe they're just going to rage quit. Oh shit, speaking of dungeons. Okay, and again, I have queued for Mentor Down version, so that means I'm going to go to one of the earlier dungeons. But again, it doesn't matter. I'm all about hunting the XP. I think I may have disconnected. I think I'm back on. I don't know. Chat, let me know if I'm live or not. But, shit, I was this close to jumping into a dungeon that popped for me, and now I'm gonna go back in the queue. You gotta be kidding me. Oh no, I'm back in. The Fall of Lantern Hook? What? That is currently my level. Okay, so I'm kind of in here. And, how do I get out of that? Okay, alright, I see. Wow, that was really unexpected. I see quests up there, but we have to get through these trash mobs. Now, I've got a really interesting... I'm in a really interesting situation, you know, where I can decide to be whatever I want. I've also got an AoE DPS build, if I need to. So let's go ahead and just put dots individually on every one of them, so that means I can get my ticks faster. I can't see it. I can't really see my damage meter because the stream chat and where I put it on my screen is kind of blocking it. But I guarantee you, I am not at the top of the DPS charts. And I don't intend to be at the top of any DPS charts. I just wanted to know, you know, for my own personal knowledge, how comparable it is. Or if a tank says I'm useless, or, you know, people say I'm useless, at least I know where I stand in terms of what I'm providing for DPS. It's not for pride. It's not for, you know, like, oh, look at my DPS, it's great. I don't do that. I don't link my DPS shit in chat. I'm not that type of player. But it has happened before, you know, like somebody asked me, so your DPS, what exactly are you doing in here? And I'm like, oh really? It's that bad? So the damage meter will help me keep track. Actually, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna minimize real quick. Oh, it's not bad, I'm number 2 up there. Okay, good. But the number 1 guy is a mage. That's what the purple means. And mages are your default go-to. Like this guy, that's the OP soul that I was talking about in my vlog. The archery thing. Really, really good for clearing out trash mobs and everything. So that was just trash mob. That wasn't even a boss. That's just trash mobs. And this is the first time I'm doing this dungeon, by the way, guys. So if I do complete it, I should have an achievement for doing it. So this is gonna be really interesting because, again, I didn't have the time to. Are we LOSing? I guess we're LOSing. I didn't really have the time to research this dungeon or whatever, so I'm just gonna play by ear, which turned out to be interesting for the last dungeon that I did for the first time, because I can't remember what it's called. Runic Descent. The last boss in this dungeon called Runic Descent, you know, he at some points will have like an AoE insta-kill skill that you need to hide behind a pillar or something, and I didn't know. So I saw the whole group move to the pillar on the right, and I'm like, oh cool, I didn't follow, and yeah, I was the only death. That does not look good for for DPS classes, really doesn't. Yeah, that mage is 80,000 damage ahead of me. Oh, it's gonna be a good dungeon. I hope.
This is a blessed day. All those years of tolerating your inferior presence, and now I get the honor of tearing out your heart.
Mr. Opal. Can't see shit. Discovered Lantern Hook Bazaar. Okay, grab him, tank. See, I was just following there. I need to know when he's actually gonna LOS. Okay, good. We're all here. Gangs together. I'm gonna do my AoE thing now. I mean, it's not gonna be a lot of damage, but when there's a lot of, you know, things there, why not? Defilers don't really use that skill. I kind of like it, actually. Okay, let's bring back the stream chat. Certain Dun says undead. Well, back then, those Ethians, yeah. And Patrick says you are alive. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. That was weird that as soon as the dungeon popped, I got to disconnect. Oh, the hell just happened? What was that? Okay, somebody's saying one too many. Everybody respawn, so I guess I'll do that too. It did seem like we did pull a lot there. Okay, let me loot that and see what we got. Get my buffs back up. Okay, here comes the balance. Well, there's only 2. No big deal. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The thing about my dots is those rage and greed mechanics I was talking about, they're very much R&D, you know? So like some of my skills, for example, will put 2,000 damage over the span of 20 seconds, and each tick will cost, or will damage for like 200. And for me to gain greed or rage, you know, I have to have one of those ticks grant me a counter of rage or greed, and for the most part, it's very, very RNG. So a lot of my skills really RNG based, because all those dots, the best way to, you know, get your greed and rage counters is to make sure that you put all those dots evenly, but even then it's completely RNG. So, you know, greed, the finisher for greed, which is this one, aggressive avarice, you know, it hits hard, but it's over time, whereas the explosive rage is more of a big burst damage, and that's the one that you usually want to use, but it doesn't come as fast as greed does. Oh, hey, I've got a guildie in here, Kirat. So let's wave back. Alright, where to? Oh, look, sneaky. This guy came from behind. Oh, the boss got aggroed, I see. So we've kind of aggroed the boss. Healer's down. Kirat's... I'm gonna... Tank's dead. The rest of us are... You will not take me alive! No! Come on, you cat! Oh shit. God damn. Since we're still right at the, you know, opening here, I can just get up. And if you die more than 9 times or whatever, it's time to leave the dungeon, go to a healer, restore your vitality, your soul vitality, and come back in. Because keep playing, after you die 10 times or whatever, your stats will get a penalty. So this is one of those games that, you know, you don't have this summon repair stuff, or the trade-off there is basically that you don't need to go and repair items or repair weapons. That doesn't exist here, not to my knowledge. It's all about your soul, which I guess makes sense as a player. You know, when you die so many times in raids and dungeons, you, as in real life, you know, your soul gets damaged. I can see what they were going for. That makes sense. I like that. So all you gotta do is repair your soul instead of, you know, your gear and equipment. Okay, let's spread. Okay, I got 5 greed there. This guy needs some dots. Let's greed him up. Okay, any more trash mobs? I mean, if some dungeons, if you pick up the quests, usually those quest objectives will be placed strategically at a ton of trash mobs anyway. So, your first dungeon runs or whatever could end up being 45 to 50 minutes long, depending on how long people take to kill trash mobs. Is this a safe place to be? Don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead. I'm using all my cooldowns here. Kill things fast. Patrick in chat says, when you die so many times, you don't care. Actually, that's true. You know, I was saying if you die 9 times or whatever in a dungeon, then you go repair. To be honest, if people die some 2-3 times in a dungeon, most will just leave and won't even give it another shot. So that's the barometer that I've noticed. 2 deaths maximum, 2 wipes at the boss maximum. If there's lots of wipes even before the first boss, then yeah, not a chance. That usually doesn't happen, but ooh, look. Oh, I can't use that. Pass. Alright, Tanky, where do you want to pull this group? Right there? There's fine. So where's the boss, actually? I don't see him anywhere. So how did the boss get aggroed the last round to come and kill us all? That doesn't make any sense. So we took a death dare for no damn reason. In the meantime, all of you guys watching and in chat, what have you guys been playing this weekend? I got a friend who's been messaging me all weekend about God of War. That's all I've been hearing about God of War. Boss coming, says the party. Oh, boss is coming. Shit. I'm gonna run down the cave. Oh, that's the boss. Alright, Roth. So I don't know what his damage do. I don't know what his skill does. But I'm pumped. I'm 71% away from level 43. Oh, here we go. Boss has been aggroed. It has begun. Let's blow my cooldowns real quick. I'm gonna keep my distance. I just saw the support class went down. Nothing in party chat about which one first, cat or boss. I see the cat taking more damage, so let's go kill the cat. Come on, Sneaky, you're almost dead. I know killing cats on video is not a good thing. Sorry all you cat lovers out there, but this is actually a dungeon boss, so bear with me. Cat's almost dead. More dots. Alright, let's spread to the boss a bit. Let's build some dots on the boss. Oh, Rolf's cat's dead. Good, good, good. I'm guessing he's gonna get like a real damage buff now because he's angry about his dead cat. Usually how boss mechanics work, right? I mean, there's so many now that I've played. Like, you kill a brother, you kill a twin, you kill the pet, he gets like a really big DPS boost or whatever. Tank and healer's doing okay. 5 greed. Spread some reg. Execute. Okay, smooth, smooth, smooth. And I'm gonna get like a reward now too, so there we go. I received the occultist Sally. What? Oh, it's a headpiece. Oh, look at that. Good, good, good. That is an upgrade. No, I actually... Yeah, it is an upgrade, kinda. By a level. I'll keep that for later. Wait, what? Where did everybody go? Oh, upstairs. Gotcha. Just take that in my bag first. Okay, Wonton Searing Blade. Let's stack some dots on them. Alright, check it in chat. Certain Doom says, no games being played here, getting ready for Battletech. What is Battletech? Is that a new game, or... Rico says, been playing Star Wars The Old Republic right after deciding to keep away. More ironic than the legend of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Well, you gotta get ready for expansion or update 6.0, right, for Star Wars. Any idea when that's coming out, or if is it even gonna be this year or next year? Or I've heard lots of talk about the new expansion being, you know, going back to the Republic versus the Empire storylines, or I'm gonna click on the other DPS and find out what he's hitting. Lord Minichlorian in chat says he's been playing SWTOR FM18. Would that be Football Manager 18? Yeah, I thought about getting myself a copy, and then I realized I don't have the time to play that. If I boot up a new Football Manager, I will spend so much time on it that, oh god. He also says, got to pick back on Motorsport Manager, a bit of free-to-play Rift, a lesser bit of Final Fantasy XIV. You've been busy. I recently got an email from Square Enix about Final Fantasy, asking me, oh look, okay, I'm gonna read on that. Anything that I see is gonna unlock a wardrobe slot, because, you know, okay, I think the tank overpulled here. I'm not sure if it can handle that many, I don't know. Maybe I'm doubting, but I don't know. Let's start the AoE. But yeah, I got an email from Square Enix saying, hey, we missed you, come back. If your account has been inactive for over 3 months or whatever, you can come back and play for free for like a couple of weeks. And I was kind of tempted, but then I realized I don't have the Stormblood expansion. Sorry, I don't have the Heavensward expansion. Or maybe I do, I actually don't know, because it was my sister who bought the entire package for me, so for me to get me to review the game, so I actually don't know what I have. But yeah, I was thinking about it. What can I do in 2 weeks? And then I realized not a whole lot. At least I want to get to 50 on here first, put out the review for Prime, and a couple more videos for Prime, in terms of just comparing Live and Prime, and then probably I'll get some free time. Okay, we're all hiding behind here for a reason. There's gotta be a reason we're hiding out. Okay, I see a dog coming out. Wow, I've killed dogs and cats in the same dungeon. This is not going to... This is not gonna sit well with some animal lovers out there, I don't think. That is, of course, a joke. I know a lot of people don't care. It's an MMO. Burn, doggies! And again. Wonder if this is a boss. Okay, now we got more things coming out, and I can't zoom out. I'm sorry that this is the view you're gonna get, because I myself can't zoom out. So I have no idea what's waiting for me. I'm looking at the top right corner. The next boss is Kill Pyromaster Cortinald. I don't see him anywhere. This could be a gauntlet of some sort, like survive a bunch of waves of all these flame creatures before he comes out. Man, look at that health just disintegrate thanks to that mage. Okay, here he is. Oh, okay, I see. I was standing in the fire. That was my bad. That was totally my bad. Alright. That's what I mean. As a new player, you have to visually learn on the go, man. Okay, AoE shit in the ground. Stay with that. Okay, I guess we're gonna burn him, right? Okay, burn, burn, burn. I've used all my cooldowns. Let's stack some rage now. Should we spread out? Okay, 5 greed. Why me? God damn. Could have picked on anyone else in the group. Again! Bastard! Well, he took a chunk out of my health there, so I'm gonna have to use one of my bubbles. And because I took too long to move, I've just put my healer under stress. Well, if we don't kill him soon, I guess we are gonna run out of space to run around. The thing is, I'm always looking at my counters down there to try and figure out if I have enough to execute or not, so fights like these are incredibly tricky. Okay, 5 greed, 5 rage, execute. Okay. He's down to 30,000 health. Oh no, 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 don't die, don't die, please don't die. Hate it. Did not see it. And again. Come on. It's almost dead. My dots will finish him off. Ooh, ruined bundle. So this is basically a full outfit set. So it's a cosmetic thing, and lots of people have selected need for it. So I'm gonna need on it too, and I want it. Yeah. So that means when I use that package, I'm gonna get the ruined leather boots, cap, and whatever, and that's gonna go into my wardrobe, and I'm gonna show you guys that later on because I've seen that drop a few times. I tried rolling, never won, so that's the first time I've ever got that entire wardrobe set, or one of the wardrobe set. Okay, this area kind of freaks me out a little bit. I see lots of portals. That means lots of mobs. Lots of killing, so let's kill. Hang in there, chat. Let me just finish this fight because I think this is the boss fight now. And I'll get back to ya. Whatever AoE I can do cannot match whatever the mage's arcane archer can do. That thing is pretty damn awesome for clearing trash mobs. I did have an AoE cleric DPS soul, but it really doesn't do anything in comparison. Like, it's just so weak. I'd rather do individual .DPS this way. Okay, quick break. Ooh, what's that? Renegade chopper. Well, can't use it. Pass. Going down here. Oh, we got Tom in chat. Hello, Tom. This is Adrian. Love you. Love you too, man. He says, have a great day and streamy hardy. Thank you, Tom. Always good seeing you, man. Tom in chat is, you know, a long-time viewer. I've played with him a couple of times, World of Warcraft and a bunch of other games. Really nice, awesome guy, and he started his own Twitch channel and everything, which I haven't got a chance to watch because Tom, hailing from Colorado, streams when it's super early in the morning for me, so I'm gonna have to make it a point to return the favor and watch your streams when it's in the morning for me. But thank you, Tom. Patrick says was watching OCE Mythic Dungeon Invitational for World of Warcraft and playing some League of Legends. I have not played League of Legends since 2012. Back in university, when the only thing my classmates would play in between like university assignment breaks or whatever was League of Legends. And back then in Malaysia, we had this thing called Garena. I'm not sure how many Malaysians in here remember that, but Garena used to be like a gaming client, sort of like what Steam is, but Garena had all these popular, you know, online games, League of Legends and all that stuff, and that's what I used to play, LOL. And I can't remember much about LOL because I'm not much of a MOBA guy, as you guys may know. But I did remember playing as this guy called Garen, maybe? And his main thing was like, Demacia! You know, his battle cry or whatever. So that's the only thing I remember from League of Legends. I used to play that character a lot. Because he had the big great sword and it looked like a paladin and everything. So the appeal was there. Okay, where's this boss? There he is. Emperor Lord Iritu Elite. Okay, put your bets on the table. Am I gonna die here? I'm probably gonna die here. Boss fights can be brutal. The last couple have had like those insta-kill or some mechanic that I just don't know about. Holy shit, how are you people not aggroing him? What the hell? You're making me nervous. How did he not see us climb over? Okay, it looks like people one side, tank one side. I don't understand this. Maybe I should just ask real quick. Hi. Can someone explain the fight? Well, too late. Oh shit. Too late for that, mate. The ready check wasn't for shit. We're just gonna go and fight this guy. Okay, stay away from red crystals. There you go. That's okay. The other one is kill him and then spread out. So those are the those are basically the objectives. So my party came through in the end with my plea for my last minute bout of panic there, and they came through. Okay, good. So avoid the red crystals. Everybody stay spread out, and we should be fine. Copy that. So I think I know what the red crystals look like when he starts pew-pewing them. I think he hasn't bat an eyelash in my direction yet, I don't think. So that's what the crystal looks like. Just a big fireball coming out of nowhere. He's down to, I don't know, 60% health. I think we can get him. Oh! 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 Shit! Okay. I see, I see. So when the crystal comes to me, it's like a homing missile, you know, it follows you. And by the looks of things, people have been moving the crystal so that it comes and it ends kind of here. Like kind of that. So it lands in one location. Okay, let's blow this sucker. I've got 5 rage, 5 greed. Let's build that back up again. I've totally been ignoring building my dots because I've been so engaged with his damn missiles and when it's gonna come for me. Come on, come on. Almost dead. Oh, here it comes. So see, that's exactly what he did. He brought that missile right to the crystal, or that stack of crystals, to make sure that noobs like me don't fill out the entire map with crystals like that. See how you can stack crystals? Yes. I see. And I just did an A1 impersonation of that. How you like that? But kudos, thank you for teaching me that. There we go. The Fall of Lantern Hook. Done. No boss fight deaths. Evertooth's Flamebound Spire. Look at that. Wisdom, intelligence. Wow, that is such an upgrade. Need, please. That's a great weapon for me. Great upgrade.
The vision is complete. It is time for you to return home.
Yeah, I completely missed the story in this dungeon, unfortunately. Just more, I was just more focused on, okay, learning this fight, so... Ooh, what's this? Are we gonna queue again? Well, sure, if we want to do it again, I don't mind. I am very close to the next level now. 562,000 XP. In terms of rewards, I have a new book, but yeah, that's totally irrelevant now. And complete the quest as well. As long as you draw breath, there's still hope for the future. Bright Star Leggings, that is kind of an upgrade. I'm going to lose Intelligence. Intelligence is not my main stat. Intelligence is for mages. But Spell Power is pretty handy for me. So I'm going to go and equip that as well. Upgrades all around. But this is really cool. Major upgrade, this one. Especially with the Spell Power too. Let's go ahead and equip that. So I'm back to using maces, because, sorry, staffs, because earlier on I just changed. Okay, we got a new one. Now, checking on chat before I continue with another run. Lord Midichlorian says, the big expansion for Star Wars Jewel Republic doesn't have a date yet, as far as I know. Well, hopefully they have one soon, because that means that'll get me a little bit more hype to go back to Star Wars Jewel Republic. In the back of my mind, you know, I'm always debating what games can I go back to. Wildstar, Star Wars, and Star Wars is definitely one of those games. So, yeah. Hopefully within the next 6 months, maybe, because, again, based on sentiment alone, I think a lot of people will be... The amount of hype that Star Wars Jewel probably can build from just announcing that they're working on it, because whatever they announced in terms of that, like, interview with Star Wars Central or whatever it is that they actually revealed that. Oh boy, I'm getting a phone call now. 0. Which number is that? Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out who's calling me. I usually don't answer calls. Oh shit, 3 missed calls? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, something seems pretty urgent. I'll wait for the next call. Okay, back to square one, clearing lots of trash mobs. And this is pretty much what you can expect from Rift Prime's dungeons, you guys. I mean, at my level, I have a lot more diverse builds and skills that, you know, if I feel like something's not working out, I can always go try something else. Because at this point, you should have enough money and currency to, you know, reset your souls and try something else and all that good stuff. At the very beginning, like if you are going to be playing Rift for the very first time, you know, your first dungeon is going to feel like, what the hell, you know, what the hell is this? What did I just step into? And for the most part, you'll only have like a certain amount of skills and things to do, and it may seem like it's gonna take forever to kill trash mobs. Looky here, I'm like level 42, doing a level 40-ish dungeon, and it's still the same. It's not gonna change. So you have to adapt to the pacing of everything here. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that, you know, this is probably the most traditional like dungeon runs that I've done in a very long time. Like let's take Warcraft for example. When I was playing it before the 735 update, you know, people would just face rolling dungeons, and then 735 came in, and then it sort of made it this way, you know, where trash mobs were still easy to kill, but it's the boss fights that give you like a really good challenge. Here in Prime, everything's a challenge. Okay, onward we go, and check it in on chat too, since it's just trash mob now. Lord Maniclorin says, yup, FM, football manager. Rico says, don't really care for 6.0. Gonna be more bugs and stuff that's working will become inexplicably broken. That's one way to see it. I mean, any game with new content out it's not gonna come, you know, wrapped in a chocolate box saying, no bugs, no, nothing. So, I see what you're saying. Thurston says, Fortress Craft Evolved. I have not heard of that one, Thurston. What is that? Fortress Craft Evolved? Is that... Tell me more. Lord Midichlorian says, I think that bit of Final Fantasy XIV will be the last, though I've not uninstalled it yet. Certain Doom says, PETA is coming for you. That could be it. That could be PETA calling me. I got 3 missed calls from a number I don't know, so yeah, that could totally be PETA. Tom says, burn doggies, and then quoted me, because I did say that, yeah. Terrible thing to quote, or terrible thing to say. Sometimes when I'm streaming, and because of the, you know, the urgency, or the whatever I'm doing on stream that requires my full attention, my mouth just babbles on. And when you guys become streamers in the future, and you guys are running dungeons, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. In terms of, what are you going to talk about when you're in a dungeon, and as a player, all you care about is like surviving it for the first time. It's an interesting thing to juggle, because sometimes I just talk crap, but I think I've kept my cool so far. Oh no, did we pull everything again? Okay, meantime, checking chat. Lord McLaurin says, Final Fantasy XIV combat is too slow. After first try of Rift, it became bearable, and I disliked the writing. Hang on a second, Lord Midichlorian. You dislike the writing for what? For Final Fantasy or for Rift? Patrick says, when I am healing, I let guys stand in the fire and die. I think we've all done that. I think all healers have done that in the past, you know, especially to people that they don't like, or to pug DPS that are just run their mouth off. I've seen that happen. I've never done it myself. Because unfortunately, some of the classes I play, it's just heal the entire group kind of thing, so there's no, I can't stop healing this guy. My skills heal the entire group. Okay, good. I mean, at first I was like, yeah, maybe I'm gonna stop after this dungeon, but now when I'm looking at the bar at the bottom and I'm seeing how much XP I'm gaining, you know, from killing all these mobs, these guys are about one level ahead. These guys are level 43 mobs, and you know, trash or no, you're still gonna get XP from them. So it harkens back. It really does harken back to the old days, you know, of, okay, it's not all about questing. It's not all about spending 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks just doing quest chains and rushing to cap. And I can see Tryon World thinking about it that way too. Why the hell do we want to make it so fast when this is called a progression server? When this is called a, you know, a fresh start progression server. The whole intention of this server, from the developer's point of view, is to try and keep you on this server playing for as long as possible, because you are paying a subscription and it's money for them. So some people, a lot of people, and I hate bringing this up because again it's one of those touchy topics, but there's been a lot of discussion about this in the world chat or in the zone chat for Rift, and I actually do agree with this, which is basically there isn't a lot of millennials in Rift Prime. Now, before you get all pissy at me, I am the last of the generation of millennials, being born in the 90s, and I can understand what people are saying about that, you know, because when it comes to fresh start servers, when it comes to, you know, going old school vanilla type thing, there's a lot of, you know, fast progression, fast-paced systems, fast leveling that's going to be removed, which what today's, or you know, the generation after millennials are very used to. Things move very fast. I may have started out doing slow type of games with content, and then over the years I got spoiled, obviously, by all the newer MMOs out there that's catering to a newer market at the same time, you know, being traditional in terms of what it offers in terms of combat and dungeons and everything. With Rift Prime, like, there's this big argument in zone chat about that, where people that say, you know, it sucks or it quit, or, you know, it's just the progression is too slow, there's nothing to do after 850 and everything, those are people that just don't have patience for the slow progression. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? And not just Prime in general, I'm talking about MMOs that do this, you know, that have slower progression than most. Okay, back to the chat. Certain Doom says, but DPS are supposed to stand in the fire and stress the healers. Man, if that's your idea of a DPS class, if I'm a healer and I'm in a group with you, man, I'm gonna suffer. If all you're gonna do is just stress me out. Hasanadin says he agrees with that. We got Yihia. Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. Yihia says, guys, does anyone know if Prime is North America only? That's what I've heard, that EU didn't get a separate Rift Prime server. Yahia, you are correct. Rift Prime is just consists of the Vigil server, which means guys like me, Southeast Asia, Oceanic, guys in Europe and North America all in one server. That means, yes, if you are from Europe or from my part of the world, you will have a crappy ping. It's just that, and to be honest with you, knowing what I knew about Rift before jumping into Prime, I don't think having more than one fresh start progression server is going to do them any good, because at the time, and you can understand Tryon for doing this, they didn't know how well received Prime was going to be. This was a risk, it was a gamble, they're banking on nostalgia. It's always going to be a big risk saying to people, hey, we've got this thing coming up where we're going to try and make a version of the game that may fix some of the problems that people that have left have found with the first iteration of Rift, but we're also going to charge you 15 bucks a month. So having one server, you know, as like a failsafe first to see whether it works or not kind of makes sense, even though it sucks. It sucks for me. My ping is probably, my latency is probably 280. For Europe, it could be in the hundreds, so. Maybe because of the success of Prime, and I say that loosely because we're only in the start of month number 2. Maybe in a year's time or whatever, I don't know. I don't even know what their plan is. Like, they haven't really come out and say what's happening after Prime ends in 1 year. Are they gonna merge Prime and Live? Are they going to transfer characters over? Or are they going to continue to keep Prime a separate live server? And maybe for the next Fresh Start project, which I will not be a part of, I can only afford, you know, one of these things. Maybe then they'll think about having EU and all those others, but right now I don't think it's a priority for them. Patrick says, was using Garena for Warcraft 3 Dota map. Cool. So you guys use Garena too, huh? That's cool to know. Yeah, Garena brings back some really old memories. There's lots of other online games than Garena had, like Maple Story, for example, FIFA Online 2, gosh, Gunbound, a bunch of other Asian games that the Asian Garena client used to have that I remember playing a lot as a kid. Lord Midichlorian says, I started playing League of Legends about that time, but then left it as the people in co-op, this is to learn and practice mode, were demanding to know the game at top level. Bots were useless to learn. Kind of why I hate MOBAs, really. I mean, it's just so competitive for no particular reason. I know the whole esports scene started because of MOBAs. I get that. I get that it's a very lucrative thing, you know. You could win $1 million being good at Dota or whatever, but the type of community that MOBAs create is not for me. We got Zomagod in chat. Hello, Zomagod. She says there's only one Prime server in the US, but lag isn't very noticeable, which is very, very true. I mean, I'm living proof of that, guys. I'm streaming from Malaysia, Southeast Asia, with a ping probably 285 millisecond as my other MMORPG ping stuff would show me. And I've been able to do dungeons just fine. I've been able to do PvP just fine. Again, if you're a very competitive player, maybe you'll notice some skill lag sometimes, but it's, you know, it's one of those things, you take it or leave it. Zomagod also says, also, it's pretty busy at all hours. Yeah, somebody asked earlier in the stream, you know, what's the population like for Prime? And, yeah, I'm really, really impressed with the population. Oh crap, here we go again, talking to the stream and not paying attention to what's happening in the dungeon. Oh, now I got a real close-up of this guy's face. Yeah, I can't be in here. No, I have to be in here. I just meant I need to zoom out a little bit. Gosh, I nearly stood out in the open there and brought upon my group. I have no idea what kind of bad stuff I would have brought upon the group. We got Thurston saying Fortresscraft Evolved is a voxel game with tower defense, crafting, logistics, etc. That sounds interesting. Voxel game? I'm not familiar with the term. We got Alexis in chat. Hello, Alexis. Alexis says, hi, what do you think of Bless Online? Do you think it will succeed as an MMO? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of Bless Online comments and questions. I'll tell you why Bless Online will be in the conversation really soon. Or in fact, it's already part of the conversation. Bless Online is one of the newest MMORPGs that's going to be coming out to the Western market. It was already you know, published and live in Japan, in Russia, and in China, I think too, but the first version, the first mode, V1 of Bless Online was terrible. The combat system wasn't... They were trying to make it comparable to games like... I can't remember what the name of the game was. It's another tap target Asian game. So it's not an action style game, you know. Don't expect like a BDO or stuff like that. So it's a tap target Korean MMORPG, which is in itself really rare, because when you think of, you know, Asian Korean MMORPGs, you think of action combat, radical mode, you know, that kind of thing. So what Bless is trying to do is really try and cater to the Western markets, Western audiences, and I'm interested in seeing whether they will succeed or not. Based on some of the ideas of our systems in the game that they have, very much, you know, open world event stuff, which I kind of like, because I think, you know, MMOs that have landscape events, organic events will always succeed in terms of, well, succeed is a really strong word. I mean, hang on, guys. You know what? Let me just finish this boss fight real quick. It's hard for me to organize my thoughts during boss fights where I need to stay out of shit. That's 3 times in a row now that I should have been fast enough to get out of the fire, but I still did it anyway. Whew. Okay, right, that was pretty much instantaneous. That's good. He's gone walking. Damn it! Line of sight. Bastard. Good thing I've got range. Spoke too soon. Oh, bastard, what a fight.
May I burn bright in the ashes.
Okay, rewards, what do we got? A belt, not exactly an upgrade, and Sigil of Primal Valor, which is something you can collect from dungeons, and then you can go back to your major faction HQ, excuse me, and turn that in for a bunch of reputation stuff. Okay, what was I talking about? Bless Online? Yeah, it's interesting. Again, tap target MMO, Korean game made for Western audiences. Final Fantasy type storyline, I think it was, in terms of, you know, how they want to write and engage you. So I can't say if it will succeed. As I think it will be okay as an MMO. Whether or not it's going to succeed with American, European audiences, I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. And it's one of those games that I do plan on checking out anyway, so yeah. If I like it, you'll see it in the video. If I don't like it, you'll see it in the video. But it's very rarely I don't ever like an MMORPG because, you know, for those of you that have been following me for a while, very rarely, you know, I'm going to make like a bitchy moany type video for MMOs, regardless if I like the entire game or if I hate certain systems. Every MMO, and this is the values that I try and stand by as a content creator or as a self YouTube MMO critic. There's a couple of values that I believe in. First things first, all games were made, you know, by developers to offer fun, and every MMO out there is definitely going to be fun in some way, in some aspects for some players. And my job is to point out, you know, what these systems do, what they are in a very objective way. And then I'll just share my opinions and, you know, whether it worked for me or not, and then you guys make up your own mind based on that. So if Blast works for, you know, most of its audience, is great. If it doesn't, well, they'll learn from it. There's been plenty of games, there's been plenty of Asian MMORPGs that have now released in the West in that they can learn from. And even though, like, really, even though there's been a lot of negativity about Black Desert Online from large parts of the community, you cannot deny that BDO sells, man. That is a very popular Asian game because of what other things people find the fun in, you know? Character creator, the life skills. Okay, moving down in chat, what we got? Lord Midichlorian says, Final Fantasy XIV writing is the one I don't like. It feels like bad fantasy. Written by someone who wants to be flair, but comes out as bombastic. Not sure if the words are the right ones. I hear what you're saying. So, it to you, it just feels very... yeah, I get what you're trying to say. I'm just having trouble articulating that in my own words. Oh, bomb, I see that. Okay. That little raptor thing that just running around at people is actually little bombs. But yeah, I mean, for me, I have experience with Final Fantasy stories in the past. I remember clearly because my sister is a very, very big Final Fantasy fan. And when I was younger, you know, she'd be the one hogging the PlayStation, and I'd watch her play Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 10. 10 I personally played because my sister forced me to play it. So I'm kind of used to the way the stories are, I think, in terms of, you know, these over-the-top characters, over-the-top dialogue and all that stuff. Yeah, but it's not for everybody, definitely. Don't stand next to tank, says the guy who taught me a lot about this fight the last time. Okay, Patrick says, I love slow progression, more fun for me. Doing everything as soon as possible is not the point. Oh, I'll get back to that thought, Patrick. So that's where I want to put the crystal then. If a new crystal comes, that's where I want to put it. Okay, let's build some stuff. Okay, greed. One more rage. Well, maybe I'll put it over there, since it's nearer to me. If a crystal ever comes my way. Okay, I've got 5 rage. Let's refresh my dots. I can't actually tell if we have the same tank or not. Crystal! Yeah, I thought that was coming for me, but it kind of veered off to the left. So that's why the advice has been to spread out, so people know exactly who the crystal's meant for. I guess that makes sense. But this guy's going down faster than the last time anyway, so I think we should be fine. That is, again, not me. Shit, I thought it was me. Well, it's a good habit to have, I suppose. Okay, burn, burn, burn. That is coming to me. Well, I tried to put it in a line there, but I failed horribly. I ran out of time, kinda. Okay, he's almost dead anyway. Screw it. 5 greed. Dead. Alright, this is gonna be it. I'm definitely not running a third time. Jagged Obsidian Blade. This is strength and dexterity, so that's not for me. I'm gonna pass on that one. And Sigil Primal Valor, good. Okay. Thanks, guys. Fun runs.
The vision is complete. It is time for you to return home.
Okay, I'm gonna move the stream chat just to see what my DPS is, and I'm gonna cringe. Oh shit, yeah. I'm doing less DPS than the support guy. I don't care, I'm not even focusing. I'm just having fun. Alright, Patrick, what were you saying? He says, I love slow progression, more fun for me, doing everything as soon as possible, not the point of why he plays MMORPGs. I do not feel progress by playing rushing for 1 week and would have done everything. I hear you. Punk says, hey guys, hello Punk, welcome to the stream. How long ago was that? About 10 minutes, sorry guys. Sudden says, damn, Mia Khalifa is online on Twitch. Mia Khalifa, okay. Punk says, what will she do again? Yeah, let's not go into that, guys. We got Deer in chat. Hello Deer, he says, Rift is still worth playing. On the live version, perhaps. I mean, it's free to play, so might as well jump back in and check it there. I'm currently on the Prime server, and Rift Prime is a completely new server where it's, you know, a fresh start progression. Everybody starts from scratch and go through a lot of the vanilla zones and content, but it's not exactly vanilla. Now, I've been guilty of throwing this out there, saying it's vanilla, it's vanilla. It's actually not vanilla. There's lots of differences. Things in here that are actually taken from, you know, current live servers. That's nothing like vanilla, so I would avoid using that word. Prime is just a fresh start progression server that doesn't have all the systems that Live has. And I see that we are actually in an event right now. This one's the Burning Dragonian, so I'm going to join a public group if there's one. There isn't, because I'm currently in my dungeon group. And let's go ahead and help these guys out, and hopefully this should help me get to level 43, because I am about 15,000 XP away. I'm 98%, at the top right add-on that I have. Very, very close, guys. Oh, then the rest of the week for me, until next weekend stream, which is going to be the 5th Rift stream, is all about, you know, doing as many of the things as I can. Dungeons, PvP, finishing up the zones, because I'm currently in the level 33 to 44 zone. Damn, I can't even remember here. 36 to 44, so that's the range that I'm in. So after this, I still have the Shimmer Sand, and then I've got still more too. So even though it may sound like, oh man, you've got 2 zones to go and quest and get those XP, I guarantee you, based on what I've seen so far, I guarantee you, questing alone is not going to be enough for XP. You definitely want to diversify your activities in game. And if you are watching this, by any chance you're watching this and you're a solo player, you haven't joined a guild, do that. Join a guild now, and because there's lots of benefits. Even though you're like level 20 and you're solo and you want to run a level 20 dungeon and you think the higher levels won't help, trust me, they will. Because, like I said, you can queue as mentor here, so that means you can jump down to the level of the original dungeon and still get those comparable XP rewards. So, at least my guild, from what I've seen, people are very happy to help lobies. Most of the guilds now are preparing for the the raids, or farming the 10-mans or the expert dungeons for a particular currency that they need to do the raids. And for those just starting out guilds that needs more players than 50, people are willing to help people level, which is another thing I've seen here in Prime, that generosity of spending time with a guildie to level is more evident on Prime, simply because it is a slow progression server, and especially when there's big content coming out, those big raids, there's 20-man raids that are coming. Everybody's trying to get their guildies to level ASAP. To my knowledge, I have not streamed a raid of any kind. I've not streamed a PvP raid in any of my YouTube leveling streams. I have streamed like PvP raids in the past, big Zergy, Guild Wars 2 raids and stuff, but I don't think I've done any PvP raiding. So would this be the game? Because it was either going to be this or World of Warcraft, because I'm still in my World of Warcraft Oceanic Guild, the Southern Cross. And I'm still making my way through Suramar on World of Warcraft. I have so much work to do. Gosh. So yeah, it was either gonna be I'm gonna start raiding on Warcraft before I jump into Black Desert Online, which wasn't the case, unfortunately. Or now am I gonna start raiding on Rift, or am I not gonna raid at all? I'll keep you in the suspense. But yeah, I mean, I've made it this far. The end game here for Twitch, the end game here for Rift is right now those raids and stuff, because PvP, I think this is it for PvP. I don't know if there's any more maps on live. I should probably go check if there's more than 4 Warfronts on live. I don't know what the PvP thing is. Is it here for the sake of being here, or is there actually going to be more plans coming in the future? We'll see. So remember the centaurs I was talking about? Yeah, so there's centaurs here just running around. Oh, why did the party leave? The event was just starting. Well, it's people have been close 4 rifts so far. There's about 8 more to go, so I guess I'll go looking for them. Or look for the boss when the meta is pretty much close to being done. But I've got a quest to turn in, and once I turn this in, I should be level 43. And man, I've worked hard to get this level, really, because this quest right now is where? Damn it. Here, Drawlands. This quest is for 43. So I actually came here when I was level 40, and by the time I hit that quest hub, I was 41. So I thought that, yeah, I'm not gonna waste all this, you know, XP and me trying to catch up to the level of the mobs in the zone. So I'd rather go and do all those, you know, dungeons and PvP and do other types of content, try and catch up. Because as soon as I finish this quest hub, I guarantee you the next bunch of NPCs in another part of the map is going to be level 44. And then I'm still one level behind. So, without further ado, dropping the F-bomb, which is actually kind of clever. The Soul Sphere is a work of inspiration, if I do say myself, but only an Ascended could have survived the Anchorous onslaught. Would we make a good team, do we not? I suppose we do, and what have you got for me? That is not an upgrade, that is not an upgrade, and that is definitely an upgrade. 10,000 XP, here we go. Ta-da! Level 43, yay. So let's go ahead and put that on. As for soul points, where do I... This is currently my Defiler build, but I do have a guide for this. I have in the background here. Let me just see. Where do we put that one in? 332. Yep, I've got that one. I've got that one. The bottom, that one too. Damn. So what am I missing? Oh, I see now. Okay, good. All right. So under Defiler, I actually bypassed one of the earliest trait stuff that I could get. This one increases my damage by 1%, and you can put 5 points in here, and I completely bypassed this and went all the way up. So I'm actually going back and putting points into things that I've missed. So now my damage done increased by 2%. Jolly good. Save. Alrighty, let's pick up the next quest and see where they take us to, and if this is level 44. If this is level 44, then tomorrow onwards I gotta do the same thing, you know, wake up, keep for some dungeons, do some PvP, go find all the missing Carnage quests that I have not done during the week, and pew pew. Alright, tough negotiations. We seek to form an alliance with the Trumasi Cyclops. I've not seen a Cyclops yet, so that's another new creature that I'm about to see. Or is it, or maybe I have, is it the two-headed Cyclops? I think I've seen that before. But the best way to earn a Cyclops' respect is to punch it in the face and survive. The arcane hand is somewhat lacking in brute force, so perhaps you could be our champion in these negotiations. I guess I am the everyday man, you know, punching Cyclops to form an alliance. Seems like the everyday diplomat. It is level 43. Okay, good. So for the first time, I'm actually doing the quest in this zone on level, so I'm at a good point. I'm happy to proceed. Just checking in chat, I see it moving there. Hassan says Mia hosts a donation for cancer on Twitch. That's really nice of her. And Hassan also says sorry for bringing her up. Donation is a good thing. Donate time you can. Oh yeah, I mean I just laughed because at first I got confused for a bit because that name sounded familiar, and then it hit me. Oh, I know who she is. So nothing wrong with that. I think anybody who hosts donation for cancer and all that stuff is really it's a great thing. I mean, when it comes to that, you know, I've thought about how can I get involved, because things like that, it rarely happens in my country, you know. Now that I'm into streaming and everything, I've always thought about how do I get about doing those you know, extra life charity streams and everything. There's just no avenue for me to do it here, or I would, you know, but I do respect people who devote large chunks of time and energy and money into that sort of cause and campaigns, because that is worthy. What a sweet and great thing to do. But yeah, good night, man. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you dropping by as always. And I know it's 12:30 in the morning where you are, because I know we're in the same country, so I do appreciate you spending the time tonight. I'll see you soon, man. Okay, tough negotiations. So I'm looking at the Cyclops now, and I really thought it was going to be those big two-headed beasts, but it simply means the one-eyed people, which really, it's really disturbing. Reminds me of Mike Wazowski Monsters Inc. Anybody? Okay, defeat Arloon. Right. I don't see Arloon anywhere. Oh, there you are. Never mind. What kind of animal are you? You're fragile like an ugly baby. Okay, I'm kicking her ass. I don't care who you are. You call me an ugly baby, and I will dot you up. Except I forgot to refresh my buffs. Alright, let's fight. Cyclops. Oop, got a bit of lag there. Meanwhile, the big map meta is progressing along nicely. It's 7 out of 12 right now. So, by the time I killed her? Okay, I thought I was just gonna, like, you know, defeat her and then she bows down and yields to me, and then, you know, I move on because I'm a strong guy and I just defeated whoever their warrior is. But I straight out killed her. That's sad. I did not expect to be doing that. I guess that's the best thing to show their king, right? Arloon was ashamed to be beat by one so small as you, Methosian. It is better that she's dead. Well, harsh world. Equal to savages. You want to prove yourself to the Trumasi. Defeat one worthy of respect, Methosian. After Jormgar has crushed you, I will honor your remains as one who died bravely, bastard. Okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. Yeah, you can also talk to, you know, people on the world. Tell me about your people. So we Cyclops are not like the Two Eyes. We're not from this world. Instead, we're brought here by the Sorcerer Kings of Eth, who are strong with magic, and basically they came to the planner, I suppose. Almost all the creatures, like in some zones, like this huge like bone pile or whatever, it looks like almost dinosaur remains and everything, and their excuse for that was basically brought from another plane, and that's what, you know, that's I guess how demons and dragons and stuff travel around the Rift world, or the Rift universe, whatever the universe is called. The world is called Talara. I don't know what the universe is called. It's not like Lotro in a way, you know. You got the see, even I forgot what the Lord of the Rings universe is called. And then you got Middle Earth is one of those. Anyway, let's kill Jormgar. I'm here to challenge you. Let's fight. He hits pretty decent, but once I build up my dots, I can kill almost anything, which is really decent. But at the same time, some of the other builds that I have, like my leveling build as well, is also pretty good for landscape, but it's just a little slower. So you saw how fast I took to kill that little mob there. So now I've gone back to one of the leveling builds that I had, and this one has the pets. You guys remember the pets from like leveling stream 2 and 3? Yeah, so I've got the pets back out. So I'm gonna try and, you know, do some questioning in the second build that I have, and you can compare the speed. Alright, turning it in. If not for Jormgar's body, I never would believe you had the strength to defeat him. You surprised me, Methosian. Okay, good. Quests, this should be 44, I think. Close one eye, step to the side. You have great power for one so small. The Trumasi tribe will honor your victory and make alliance with the Arcane Hand. That was easy. Take my promise to your people. Yay. You'll also receive Dela's Promise. What is this? When used in Drawlands, this will summon a Cyclops ally. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm going to save that in case shit hits the fan and I need backup. You have proven yourself worthy of a Trumasi, even to fight in the arena. To battle for glory and honor, speak to Cornath. He will show you how true champions are made. Okay, good. Yeah, let's do that. Let's fight in the arena. That sounds like something fun. Cornath, where be you? Oh, more quests. Jolly good. Oh, this is a group quest. A master race mystic. To gain Dallas' greatest praise, you must strike at his most hated enemies. Shagus, Amul. No, just Shagus and Amul. And this is a group for 3 people. But sometimes you can solo it if you play your cards right, and I think I can. Let's also pick this one. Okay, basic kill quests. Kill split-mouth Cyclopses and Basilisks. Yeah, cool. 14,000. Again, group quests, they can be hard because their, you know, nameplates or whatever is going to have like an elite mob thing. So you may struggle and you may need, you know, another person or whatever. So I'm going to go check that out later. But I'm preparing for the boss here because we're about to close the 12th rift, and once that happens we should get a boss spawn and watch as the entire server congregates to kick some ass. That's one of my greatest joys so far in Rift. In the 4 weeks that I've been here, every zone meta event, whenever we take it down together, and when the boss spawns, the view and the experience of watching a shit ton of people come and kill and fight, and really awesome. I just wish that it would last longer, but at the same time I think the timing and the pacing is just right, because you don't want a map meta to be dragging out, and because it can get repetitive, it can take away, it can detract from the main experience of being in an MMO or being in Rift. You know, people want a quest, people want a dungeon. If your meta takes too long, then it's gonna be, it really detracts from that experience, I think. But having been, you know, experienced that here, and a bit of that, actually a lot of that on Guild Wars 2, and some of that in the Elder Scrolls Online, I kind of asked myself the question, what if other big MMORPGs out there actually have organic landscape events? Wouldn't that be cool? Because there's a bunch of games out there that, for all their popularity and, you know, that kind of thing, don't actually have organic events. One last rift, guys. Come on, where's everybody at? What I've usually noticed is like, okay, we got rift. Large groups would usually go close to major rifts and leave all the minor rifts alone. Simply because major rifts, you get more enemy spawns, so you're obviously going to get more XP per kill, more planarite, as compared to like getting rid of all these smaller minor rifts. So there we go, so that's done. So now we're looking for Senor. I need to find out where Senor is. He should show up right there, right there. So he's right here. So me coming out into the map was actually a good thing. So I'll be there when he starts attacking people. Senor. Oh, he's on the move. He's probably on the road. Okay, join public group. Here we go, raids here. Cavalry has arrived. Come on, Senor. He's probably behind this rock. And there he is, and this is where guilds will put down their guild summoning banners. And if you have the consumable, which looks like this right here, rally scroll, so whenever you're in a guild and you see that somebody in your guild has put down the guild rallying banner, it's time to go fight stuff, and that will port you straight to where the guildie put down the banner is going to be. So usually people save that for the big world bosses like this one, so that you guys can take part. Really handy, I like that. Now I'm kind of regretting changing my... Oh, Yishin, I'm at the boss, but I don't have a... Hang on. Do I have a rally button here? Perks. No. No, it's under skills. Damn it. Gil. There it is. Ah, I don't have a rally banner. Damn it. So you need to, if you want to summon people there, you need to buy a rally banner. But if you want to be summoned by people, I'd say 80%. Yeah, but if you want to be summoned by people, then you gotta have the one that I have, which is basically that. Okay, but he's still got a lot of health left to go. So, I hope my guildies can make it here. 5 plat on me. Okay, apparently I can buy a bundle from the game store, and that's what my guildie's asking me to do. So I will go ahead and just do that for 5 plats. So, bundle of guild rally banners. So I'm just gonna buy that. And I'm gonna put that down and bring all my guildies here. So, open up my skill panel and summon guild rally banner. Here we go. So in chat right now, I've called, I put down that, so anybody with banners should be able to come now. Hopefully that worked, and I see some of my guildies here. That's my first time summoning people from the guild. So that's an example of how if you are at a world boss and you want to summon your guildies to come and take part in the major fight, that's all you need. You need the guild summoning banner from the store. It costs 5 plat, but it gives you like 10, I think. Is it 10? No, it's 20. 20 for 5 plat, and you know, plat comes easy at my level. So get the guild skill or whatever, and then summon people. Or if you're out in a different zone, make sure to buy the other version of that banner, which is the rally banner or whatever, so you can port to whoever that put the summoning banner down. Now note that when the boss dies, that banner is no longer valid. Boom! Dragon Warrior. Ah! Too many nameplates. So yeah, that worked. I managed to get my guildies here. So mission accomplished. So is that my guild rally banner? Yeah, that is Guardian Guild Rally banner. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So that means, you know, if you've got that one active guildie going about all the other zone events, and you know, that person can just keep summoning and summoning and summoning, and you can always oh, what's going on here? 6 plat? Well, I guess I'll give you the rally banners then. Okay. And that wasn't really worth a lot of XP though, but yeah, still happy to have done that. In terms of Planarite, let's see, individual reward charge, pretty handy, especially now when you get to the closer to end game. Like I said, you know, the more XP you need, you're gonna continuously run all those dungeons and everything. And once I've finished this thing, you know, random dungeon bonus, I can then replenish a bunch of these with my individual reward charge. For PvP, it's gonna be different. PvP is gonna cost, or it's gonna take Warfront charges. So what else we got? 263 Planarite there, and 90 Voidstone. Oh, that one's part of a quest, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I am going back to where my quest giver was. Oh shit, did I really travel that far? I think it'd be faster for me to just go back to Lantern Hook and take the go back to Lantern Hook and take the Portcullis. I see that I've died in the dungeon as well, so I may as well repair my soul. Aha, I do see a quest. Oh, hey, nice. Yeah, this tends to happen a lot. New quest popping up? Interesting. I've received an urgent summons for you from my friend in Stillmore. That is way a ways. Oh wow, I've already got the starter quest to go to level 45. Stillmore. I still haven't even been to, like, Shimmer Sand. I'm gonna take it anyway, just in case I miss it or whatever. And now I see like a new quest popping up inside too, from Helena Brass. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, go back, check all the other, you know, zones and hubs, see what pops, because some of these quests I suspect are also level gated, like when you pass by for the first time, and if you're under level, you'll see like their quest icon in silver and gray, so you can't click on it, which simply means that you're not there yet, you don't have the levels. But come back and some of these will pop. So let's see what the story there is for Stillmore. I received an urgent summons for you from my friend in Stillmore. The kingdom was the site of the horrific final battle of the Mathosian civil war that forever changed our world. Battle still rages in those cursed lands, and without your aid, we will fall into darkness. Okay, cool. But I'm gonna hide you for a while, because I don't plan on going to Stillmore at the moment. And I'm gonna go collect that other quest inside there. Lantern Hook, this area here, I mean this entire rock formation, it's actually just like a city or like a refugee camp within it. And this is one of the coolest like quest hub designs I've ever seen. But it's a real pain in the ass to navigate the first time around, because it has like lots of cave tunnels and, you know, openings to navigate that as a new time player, it just took a lot of time to learn. Because you do get lost. Oh, hang on. Is that another player with my horse? Oh, okay. This one's different. I've seen this one. This is the same species of my mount, but it's got the Argus green glowing thing. I'm just going to call it Argus because that's what it reminds me of. It looks like the World of Warcraft Demon Hunter stuff. So this one's got the green flames and everything. Mine is all about the dark black smoke thing. Which one looks nicer? I'll let you guys in chat decide. But I think mine is rarer because I've only seen myself on my version of the mount, but I've seen other people with the green smoky version, so I'm still calling it. I think I am in the 1% of people that have this mount on Prime right now. I hope. Alright, let's pick up this person's quest. What do you got? Shimmer Sand. So she's giving me Shimmer Sand. Outsider was giving me Steelmore. So now I'm getting all the quests to go to the other zones. If you are in my position right now as a new player, don't do it. There's still a bunch more areas in the zone. Get this add-on called Completionist. Now, if I hover over that, you will see up there it says I still have 53 quests to go in this zone. Do not miss that XP. There's a bunch more quests that I haven't done in addition to any Carnages? No. But these are bounties, so these are 3-man group quests and everything. So a bunch more stuff to do in the Droughlands, and I'm not leaving until I'm 44 maybe. So one more level to grind out here, and then I'll go. Alright, action and a bit of coin. I know you're not one to turn down some action and a bit of coin. I just got a message from someone named Tarek in Shimmer Sand. He thinks my Lantern Hook irregulars are a mercenary outfit and wants to hire us. We're not, excuse me, going anywhere, but maybe you should look him up. Okay, again, I'll take it. And I will put you away for a bit. But that's 43 though. So, yeah, again, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna make the same mistake I did like when I was like early 30s, you know. I got a new quest, I'd follow that quest, and I'd just leave a zone behind without fully finishing it to my benefit. Because if I had done all that, knowing that if I'd gone back and leveled a second character, I think I would be either on level or slightly higher. I can see how, you know, if you were experienced with Rift in the past and you know all the different activities that they have, you know, I haven't even checked out puzzles yet, which I hear is like a really cool thing that Rift has, solving puzzles and everything, in addition to all the carnages, where to find them, what are the popular questing spots, what are the hidden spots, and all these stuff, which is why I kind of have to use an add-on to help me with that, because I don't have those years of experience leveling on, you know, the live servers. So I make do. I mean, what time is it? It feels like I've been going on forever here. It's almost 1 o'clock. Holy shit. Well then, let me just check in on chat real quick. I may call it, you guys. It's gone on for a little later. It's been 2 hours here, but I did start my stream late. I didn't want to do 2 hours. So here's the deal. By next Sunday, I will be 50. That's my promise. I will make it. I will put a lot of hours into in the following week to try to get to 50, and let's do some of those expert dungeons. Hopefully, I'm gonna try and talk to my guild and see what do I need, or if there's any, you know, early beginner groups forming, because we do have a lot of 50s, my guild. Like, if you look at the roster, there is a shit ton of 50s already. Show offline, yeah. Majority of my guildies are 50, and by the time I get there, I think a lot of people will be geared or whatever, but there's also a lot of people in the 49s and 48s, so maybe I could pull some people together, get a beginners group going, and tell them that I'm going to be streaming, so no pressure, that kind of thing, you know. So we'll see what happens. But next week is a level. I've got the vlog coming out, and maybe I'll put that out Friday, so whatever happens during the week, I'll be able to share that. But we're getting closer to May, and May simply means Bless Online. May also means the Elder Scrolls, Somerset, and a bunch of stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop here, as in stop the stream. Then I'm gonna continue for a little bit on my own. Then I'm gonna head to bed. It's Monday morning. It's another Monday. Alright guys, anyway, hey everybody in chat right now, thank you guys so much for jumping in, all of you. I do appreciate you dropping by, for those of you in my part of the world especially, because it is way past midnight over here. And for those of you in the West, hey, have a good rest of your Sunday, and hope you guys have had a good weekend so far. Have a great week ahead, and I will see you guys sometime during the week, hopefully, maybe a couple of videos here and there, I don't know. But definitely on Twitch, Tuesday night, for a side quest series. Don't know what I'm going to stream yet, but that's the fun part, you know, it's always a surprise. Or it could be boring, I could just stream Rift again. That really depends. Alright, anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you guys again for watching. Oh no, what's this? South Lantern Hook is under attack by Blood Scale Freelancer? I thought we just had an event. How do we... What was that? Claude Black has just subscribed to the YouTube channel. Awesome! Thank you, Claude. I'm not sure if you're watching the stream or it was from a different video, but I do appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. For all those that are new and you're watching this, why am I playing Rift? Am I playing it for fun? No, I'm actually... I review MMORPGs here on YouTube, and my intention is to review all of them. Everything that's out there. And Rift has always been one of those MMORPGs that I've yet to review from a new player perspective, and that's what I'm doing here in Prime. That's my end game. It's been a fun 4 weeks so far. Shit, I'm lost. Holy shit. I'm supposed to go and find this event that just popped up, but I think it's done now because I spent... Oh, no, that's the one? Okay, good. We're under attack. I will be here to save it. They killed it. So all that effort of me trying to wriggle my way up to the top of the cavern to jump down was for nothing. But that's the thing with Riv as well. You snooze, you lose. Try and get to this event as fast as possible. If you're in a guild, make use of those guild banners that I showed you how to. And yeah, you guys should be... Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this. So I picked up this rune bundle in the dungeon earlier, and this was for your wardrobe. What it basically does is it's appearance sets, which basically means you can just change to all these different appearances or whatever. So I have the runed bundle, right? Let's see if I have this here. Runed leather. So this is what the excuse me, rune bundle looks like, I think. So let's go ahead and open that. Okay, good. So these are now all part of my account now. Runed leather, blah 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 blah. So I got the full set. That entire bundle dropped from the dungeon. So now when I go back to appearance sets, collected, complete, there. Hey, no, there, rune leather. Set on. So if I want to wear this now, all I gotta do is go to my wardrobe and just change everything. Show collected. Oh man, please don't tell me I have to do it manually, because that'll be a pain. I think you can drag and drop too. The shoulders, for example. Any drag and drop? No, don't drag and drop. Maybe. Let's see, chest. I don't think it works, so I gotta do that manually, which means looking for it manually. So chest is called Runed Leather Tunic. The chest, Runed Leather Tunic. There. So it's there, you just need to look for it, so just put rune, I suppose, and then it should come up. Yeah, there you go. So I can now use the full set of whatever I picked up at the dungeon. Rune, and everything is already saved to my dye customization, because under the dye section you will see here that I've already saved my favorite dyes, so like red, black, and white. So all these are already here. It's just gonna stay there. So that's the full dungeon set that I picked up. Did I have a cape too? Did it come with a cape? It did not come with a cape. So in dungeons, not only do gear drop, but you can get some, you know, appearance set as well. And if you don't use them, you can sell them on the auction house. So I can only imagine like some of the more nicer or regal, better looking sets will definitely cost a lot of gold. And look at that, holy shit. Yeah, I don't know where that drops from, but I already want it because it just looks awesome, and it'll probably go very well with my mount and the color scheme of my mount. So you can see how I think the colors of my outfit and my mount and everything needs to match. So yeah, good luck getting stuff like that if that's what you're hunting for. Alright, last check-in chat before I go. Thurston says, thanks, Jerem. Thank you, Thurston. Appreciate it, as always. Always a pleasure seeing your name and seeing you jumping into the stream. I really appreciate that. Have a good weekend, man. We've got Patrick says, good night. You're 5 hours ahead of from Central European summertime. I am 7 p.m. now. Wow, nice. I would love to trade places with you. Go back to 7 p.m. and play for another 5 hours. But that's cool. Good night to you too, or good evening. Thank you so much, Patrick. I appreciate you dropping by. Claude says, thanks. Thank you, Claude. Appreciate it. And Tim Cooley says, thank you for streaming this game. I enjoyed watching. Looks fun, fun, fun. It's fun, fun, fun for 15 bucks a month. I tried to make that rhyme. But yeah, you know what? As somebody who's never played a hell lot of Rift in the past, for somebody who is always aware or conscious of this thing going around, you know, Rift is a dead game, Rift is dead, this is dead, that's dead, Rift sucks, blah, blah, blah. I come in here with no expectations, and that's slowly gotten, it's built and built and built, and now it's at a point where I actually enjoy playing on Prime. I like my class now. It feels like I have progressed. You know, I've made progress from a bundling a newbie with what I was doing to somebody that is actually competent enough to take part in dungeons and contribute in PvP and just rack up some, you know, currency. And I just can't wait to see what 50's like. And because the community events have been awesome so far. I mean, tonight on my stream, that big boss fight was just one part of an evidence or whatever, but go back to my other vlogs or past streams and just look at the, never mind the fights, look at the people around the fights, just how many people are there. But you have to remember, Americans, Europeans, Asians, America, whoever, there's only one Prime server, so that could explain why there's just so many people, and the population's great, and events like that is always going to have people turning out because it's going to be around the clock. Does that contribute to the fun? It does, because that means, you know, even if I am very far away from the servers, the population's still going to be good. So it's kind of like a win-win in a way, unless in the future there's going to be lag issues and shit, then I'm going to cut my tongue because I jinxed it. Hopefully not. Anyway, Tim says, he says, have a very good week. Thank you, Tim, and you too. Alright guys, that's it from me. Again, thank you very much for tuning in this Sunday. I'll catch you guys during the week or on Twitch, you know, on Tuesday and Friday. So, once again, Jeremy Adrian here, and I thank you guys for watching. Good night.